Okay. Well, we usually start with introductions. So I'm Brittany Sheets Reinhard, the current coordinator for Beyond Belief Network.
And
Kai.
sorry,
Sure.
and I'm Elizabeth Fellow. I'm the Beyond Belief Network intern, although I've since decided to become a volunteer, so I'll be on here on a more permanent basis.
Hooray!
We get to keep Elizabeth.
Yay!
I'm Kathleen. I'm kind of the general dogs buddy at FBB, kind of getting to grips with BBN. And if you're mystified by my accent, I'm South African. So.
I'm not mystified. My mother is South African.
Really?
Yes.
From where? Sorry, I won't hijack this for long. But
No, you're
where?
fine, Joburg.
Really? Me too. That's
Really?
so cool. Yeah.
Fantastic. I am Kai Tancredi, the projects, events, and social media coordinator for Free OK.
Okay. So last month we missed the call, so we didn't get to do the week of action sort of debriefing, but we didn't get very much in the way of individual participation in week of action. But thanks to Kai and a few of the other groups who had multiple events, we had over 20, I think, group events that people hosted all over the country. So it seems like a good place to start, and then we can just build from that next year. And we're actually thinking of doing days of action during the year. So we had one a couple weeks ago that was the Memorial Day of Action. And we had a Military Association of Atheists and Freethinkers group do a benefit on a destroyer, I want to say. So they toured a ship and had a fundraiser. So if you have any suggestions about other days of action and themes, so the theme for the Memorial Day of Action was military appreciation, you can let us know. Elizabeth worked on a list of holidays and themes, so we have a good start. But if anyone has any feedback while we're still in the processing stages and getting that together on the website, that would be great.
Just to add on that, the list I compiled is really just, secular holidays that are national, not regional or state, and don't have a necessarily religious connotation to it. And I tried to pick at least, between 1 to 3 possible days of action depending on the month. So August was a bit tricky, but days that relate to that, and also to potential beneficiaries, like Read Across America Day. Someone could do a fundraiser and raise funds for World Reader, our current education beneficiary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really liked that idea, and I think a lot of the nonprofits, or at least the areas that they operate in, have those national days. So I think that there's Leukemia Awareness Month, I think, that we were doing. It might even be June. So last year when we were really promoting, and the year before that where we were really promoting like the Night Hard, we had Leukemia Awareness Month during June. I think that's a really good avenue that we should look into, besides just the holidays where people might be busy, which I think is sometimes the problem. When you encourage people to do service on Thanksgiving, a lot of people are traveling and they don't have time to do those things. But if it's a holiday that is sort of a day of observation, then it seems like it's a little bit easier for people to get those events together.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so I was hoping on this chat I would be able to say, and we have the website ready to go, and you guys can log in and edit your teams and your logos and add pictures. And for some reason, the company that set up the new website for us didn't exactly communicate how to set those things up, and they may. I know that there's some bugs in some other areas of the site with the user interface and dashboards. So our poor creative director, Aaron Wright, is currently sorting all of those things out. So I'm not sure when those things will be sorted, but eventually we'll have a dashboard that will have all of the links for everyone, the links to the Facebook page, the links to all of the event reports, And it'll even do this really cool thing where when you level up, in your dashboard, you'll automatically have the link to the t-shirt ordering app and the grant application app. So it'll just do that automatically, so you won't have to go searching for that email. It'll just appear automatically in your dashboard. And the other cool thing is that you'll be able to add volunteers to your teams. So it'll be sort of like Meetup. Or what we're really thinking is that users that are, within 30 miles of your group might see your group event, and then they decide to join your group through the FBB website, and then they might join in real life too. So those are the dreams for the website. And unfortunately, I don't think that I will be here to see that come to fruition, because the big announcement for today is that effective July 1st, so a little less than a month from now, Kathleen and Noelle George, who's not on the call today, will be taking over Beyond Belief Network with the assistance of Elizabeth, who's been doing so much of the day-to-day stuff. So we're going through the process of transferring all the tasks over.
I think we lost Kai.
I think we did.
Oh,
no.
It's a bit silly making the announcement to the three of us.
Yes. Well, I mean, this will go on YouTube, so people can watch it later. But
yeah.
That makes sense.
We have a viewer though, so somebody is watching right now.
Okay.
So how is that going, Kathleen? I know that I just sent you all of the documents.
Yeah, I'm just getting into it this week. This is the first week I'm going to be able to get to it. So I'm, going to be plowing through all of that in the next couple of days. And yeah, hopefully I'll be able to sink my teeth into it soon.
Yeah, Noelle actually was the, so Beyond Belief Network was formerly Volunteers Beyond Belief, which before that was the Secular Center USA, which was Noelle's nonprofit. So Noelle was the Volunteers Beyond Belief Network, or was it just Volunteers Beyond Belief? And I think she might have been Partners, which was another program that was combined into Beyond Belief Network. So hopefully it hasn't changed too drastically, and Noelle will be able to pick it up very easily. And then Elizabeth knows as much as I do.
Yeah, I think having Elizabeth over the transition and the first few months without you is going to be a huge help.
Yeah.
Thanks. What really helps is that we've gone through the team tracker list and we've been able to figure out which teams are currently active and, submitting event reports, etc. And we've been able to get off of the list those that are inactive or no longer have any interest in being with BBN. So that's going to be a help in just keeping track of all of those teams. But also, having someone like Noelle who's been with the program since the beginning, also having extra help, and of course me staying on, so we don't have there's not the added stress of teaching a new intern all of this. That's helped. So in terms of getting making the transfer as smooth as possible, I think we're doing well on that area, and we're just.
I'm the only real noob.
Yeah, we're just going to have to ask for patience, possibly on the Facebook page. Please have patience as we continue to make this transfer as smooth as possible for BBN.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that was it. Just the change in leadership and my departure. Oh, and I guess I should say it's not. I'm not leaving because I don't love Foundation Beyond Belief. I have a teaching position, and due to some staffing issues, I'm taking over a class for one of my former professors, and with those classes, it'll be, I think I'll teach 5 classes fall semester, and it's just, the workload is just too much to try to do 5 courses and then manage Beyond Belief Network and give it the attention it deserves. So I'm very sad to be leaving.
We're all sad. I'm sad and terrified. Simultaneously.
It's sad, but there comes a point where you have to be able to balance all of your commitments, and if there comes a point where you have to pay attention to one of those commitments more than the others, then you have to make arrangements that it'll fit your lifestyle. You're not drowning under all of these commitments. So it's sad that we're losing you, but it's for definitely it's for a good reason.
It's a good reason, yeah.
Spreading the word about FBB and BBN on your campus.
Well, it's a big campus, so there's lots of room for spreading it around. Oh. And I'll have more time to spend with Thomas.
That's got to be a good thing.
I don't know. I'm scared. No, he's at a cool age, so it's coming at a good time because I really like the age he's at, where he's sort of turned into a little mimic, and he seems to learn more things. So he started asking why all the time.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I need. It'll take at least 15 hours a week to answer all of the whys. So I'll be just as busy, but it'll be with talking to Thomas. So does anyone else have any announcements or updates or exciting developments?
No. We have we're pretty much in convention mode now because the Oklahoma Free Thought Convention is coming up in August. So what am I doing with that? I don't know. We're kind of cramming. We're cramming everything into these last few months. I think probably one of my goals today, Oklahoma Atheist is going to be sponsoring a fundraiser, and that's going to be their sponsorship contribution. And of course, I have to set it up. It's a kickball tournament, so I have to create registration forms for donations and things on our website. So I have my own woes in terms of technology throughout the rest of the day. I think that's it. We have a Teespring fundraiser going on right now.
What's a Teespring fundraiser?
Teespring, things like Teespring and what was the other one? Booster. Booster, I think, is Custom Inc.'s nonprofit thing. But you set up, you design a T-shirt or whatever, and you set a goal for the minimum amount you need. Sold, they give you like a 21-day period to meet that minimum amount, and then you get whatever proceeds that do not go, whatever money that does not go to T-shirt production, goes to whatever nonprofit it is hosting the fundraiser, which is great because last year when I did a T-shirt thing, it turned out it got out of hand quickly. But with Teespring, it kind of cuts out our obligation to package the T-shirts and ship them ourselves and things like that. We just design it, put it up on their website, and we just give people the link, and Teespring takes care of everything else.
That sounds like a great idea. I might put it into a guide somewhere.
Yeah.
I have a question actually about that because we're trying to find another source for the team T-shirts because Vistaprint is getting more and more expensive and annoying to deal with. And some of the teams want to have their own, want to be able to order extra T-shirts. So how much does it end up being per T-shirt? Kai, do you know?
How much for which drive? The drive that we did last year for Rebecca Vitzman, or?
No, this year. Like, how much do the T-shirts usually cost? Like, so if we were going to sell them, how much would it cost the team?
Teespring, it depends on how many you intend to sell because it's a per unit kind of pricing setup. So I think it's a per unit pricing setup, and then it depends on how many colors, and I think art placement, so front and or back, is like front and back is going to cost you more. We just have, it's one color and it's the front of the shirt, and I think it's running us $840. Don't quote me on that, $840 or $940. And you can set the price for how much you want to sell them for. So if we're selling them for $20, $840 is the per unit price to get each T-shirt printed. And then if they need to be shipped, that also comes out of our profit, but we get whatever that difference is. last year for the convention we used a local printer, and it ended up being about the same.
Well, thanks. I think we end up paying about maybe 20 or a little bit less per shirt.
Wow.
So we might look into that. And then it's hard for the teams. Thomas, stop for just a second, please. It's hard to have the teams order extras, so that might be something that we can look into when Thomas isn't having an absolute meltdown. Okay. Well, if there's nothing else, I'm really embarrassed because of the screaming, so I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye and take care of this little problem I have over here. Okay, well, I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.